Imagine that you open your bank statement and notice that several $1,000s is missing from your account, or you receive a call from a bank requesting payment on a loan you never knew you had taken out. This has become a reality for an increasing number of people in more recent years. Research suggests following simple rules will help prevent you from becoming a victim of fraud, because it can otherwise lead to financial losses and possible identity theft. As an IT professional working within the financial industry, these type of fraudulent attacks have become all too common for the employees and customers of my company. Today, I will show you how current trends show that the number of victims and total cost of fraud are rising, how fraudsters can obtain your information, and the simple steps you can take to prevent yourself from becoming a victim of fraud. According to the Insurance Information Institute, the number of victims and total costs of fraud are rising. In 2015, 13.1 million consumers in the United States were victims of fraud compared to 12.7 million in 2014. In just the last 6 years alone, fraudsters have stolen $112 billion from consumers. As you can see from my visual aid provided by a 2016 report from the Insurance Information Institute, consumer complaints such as identity theft and fraud have risen over the last 4 years. There are several different ways fraudsters can trick you into giving them money or your personal information. The three methods that are most common are social engineering, computer malware, and password cracking. Social engineering is the use of deceptive practices to manipulate you into giving personal information or doing something that you would not normally do. There are several different ways fraudsters perform social engineering. As described in a Tripwire article from 2015. The first is phishing, which is when a fraudster communicates with you, usually by email, and they use fear and urgency to trick you into paying them a sum of money or doing something that you would not normally do, such as downloading malware onto your computer. The second way, which is very similar to phishing, is pretexting. This is when a fraudster usually builds a trust or builds some kind of trust with you and then fabricates some kind of scenario that requires you to give your personal information, usually it's to confirm your identity, or they say that you have like a warrant out for your arrest and you have to pay a sum of money to resolve that warrant. Another way is baiting, which is when a fraudster tempts you with a free product, and it really is just a trick for you to unwillingly give information, such as they'll give you a thumb drive and it'll actually have malware on it, or they'll give you a CD and it has malware on it and you put it in your computer and it downloads the malware onto your computer. The last way is quid pro quo, which is when a fraudster performs a service in exchange for information or you doing something for them that's in their favor. Computer malware, which is what most people call computer viruses. They infect your computer with programs designed to steal your information or block access to your computer. There are two types of malware that can cause issues. One is called spyware and the other one is ransomware. Spyware is a program designed to run in the background on the computer and record information such as keystrokes and transmit that information back to a fraudster's computer. Ransomware is malicious software designed to block access to your computer until a sum of money is paid to the attacker. Password cracking is a type of reverse engineering of encrypted passwords. Usually what they'll do is they'll get what's called a hash of the password, which is like the encrypted password on the computer, and they'll guess dictionary words and use other kinds of word lists such as common names, combine that with numbers, and they'll keep running until they actually either guess the password and match it up to the file that they had stolen. Following these simple steps will help prevent you from becoming a victim of fraud. A Tripwire article from 2015 lists these steps to help prevent yourself from becoming a victim of social engineering. Do not open emails from sources you do not know. If you are contacted by someone you do know, but it seems kind of unusual, Contact them by other means such as text or phone. Always doubt offers that are too good to be true. Lock your computer when you're away from it. And if you have a visitor at work and you don't know them, review your company's privacy policy. In a 2014 article on a website called Redshift, which is sponsored by the well-known software company Autodesk, to prevent yourself from becoming a victim of malware, install antivirus software on your computer and keep it up to date. Keep all the software on your computer at current versions, and secure your Wi-Fi with a WPA or even better, a WPA2 password. Before clicking on a link, you can hover over it and a pop-up will come up that shows you the website that you are going to, and perform regular backups of your data in case you do get locked out of your computer or your data gets deleted from malware. According to an article from the website Krebs on Security, to prevent your password from being cracked, don't use passwords that are easy to guess, like password or your username. Don't use passwords that include personal information, like family members' names or your birthday. Don't use dictionary words. Avoid using the same password for your email that you use for other sites. In case they break those other sites, then they can't get into your email, because most of the time your login is your email. And do not store your passwords in text files on your computer. In conclusion, following simple rules will help prevent you from becoming a victim of fraud, because it can otherwise lead to financial losses and possible identity theft. Today we talked about the costs and victims of fraud rising or becoming larger, the methods that fraudsters use to steal your information, and how to prevent yourself from becoming a victim of fraud. Fraud has become a big business to some criminals, especially with the rise in use of technology both at home and at work. And the best defense against fraud is precautionary measures to ensure that these criminal businesses fail.